and welcome back to Spark TV. I'm your host, Danielle Lewis, and this is my first solo episode. And I was so inspired to come to you with this solo episode because this week we kicked off the last live intake of the Spark 12-week signature sales program. And something happened in the first live session that really shocked me. Shocked me so much that it's made me show up and deliver my first solo episode on Spark TV. And so if you're used to watching Spark TV, you know that typically we interview amazing female founders. In fact, there's over 40 plus episodes of Spark TV out there now, leading up to the recording of this episode. And the idea is we share these amazing female founders' stories and insights so that we shortcut your success, so that you find out the real hidden truth behind business. My intention is just that you can be a fly on the wall of two female founders having a glass of wine and sharing the real stories and insights into business. So what was it that kicked me up the bum to actually show up on here live? So in module 1, we talk about a bunch of things, but one section is around our money mindsets. So super important to discuss at the start of any sales program, because obviously the money mindset we have does dictate the actions that we take a lot in sales and in business. So what we were doing is we were brainstorming and talking through our existing money mindsets. And of course, all the regular things that you think would come up came up, like, you know, money doesn't grow on trees. You've got to work harder to make more money. I didn't grow up with money, so I can't have money in my adult life. You know, crap. But the one that shocked me, that came up for so many of these female founders, was worthiness. The concept that they might not be worthy to make money or to have money or to have money made easily inside their business. Now, I was particularly shocked because these are 25 female founders that applied competitively to an online program, to the Spark program, and were accepted. So they were successful. They were by default worthy of being in the room. So the concept that they thought they weren't worthy of making money just really blew my mind. And I have kind of been going down a bit of a rabbit hole of worthiness ever since. So we had the first masterclass on Tuesday, and I'm recording this on Friday. So I have listened to every YouTube episode about someone talking about worthiness, read all the articles, done the research, and I've been trying to reconcile it with what I believe about worthiness and figure out, you know, some kind of simplistic lens on this giant problem. So the most interesting thing that I found out about worthiness is that there is no universal law that exists around worthiness. There's no rule, there's no life manual, there is no global checklist of items that you need to tick off to make you worthy. In actual fact, it was completely made up by the individual. Let me give you some examples. Individuals might say things like, and you might find yourself saying things like this: I'm not worthy of making money because I'm not pretty enough. So, you know, comparing yourself to all the Instagram fabulousness going on. Or I'm not worthy of making money because I'm overweight. Whether that be 5 kilos, 10 kilos, 50 kilos, whatever you think you need to be at your ideal weight. I am not worthy of making money because I don't have the right experience, or I don't have enough experience in this thing, this product or service that I'm trying to deliver. I'm not worthy of making money because I'm not good at sales. I'm not worthy of making money because I drink too much or I don't work hard enough. All of these things, the funny thing that I have researched and found that happens is that our brains find our brains actively find the thing that we are ashamed of or guilty of and connect that to our individual sense of worthiness. It inserts that reason to why we tell ourselves we are not worthy. Let that sink in. The idea of worthiness is a concept that is completely created by our brains. And you know what's annoying about our brains is that they're liars. Our brains lie to us to keep us safe. Our brains regurgitate to us the thing that they know and just keep spinning around and round and round and keeps us unstuck. But you know what the best part of this whole thing that I found is that we are human beings. And you know what the best part about being a human being is, as opposed to being a goldfish? We have the ability to choose. We have the ability to change our mind. We have the ability to create our own belief system and in turn our own reality. Am I sounding too woo-woo yet? I hope not, because it's not. It's real. I want to give you a live example. So I was recording a podcast with another amazing female founder yesterday, and she gave me this fantastic example. So the worthiness stories that she was creating for herself was, how could I ever create a business around this? People are never going to pay me for this. I'm not good enough at this. And she was going around and round in her head about why she shouldn't create a business and why her business wasn't doing well in this area. And she said, you know what I had to do? I actually had to step back and look at the facts. People were paying me for my skill set. People were giving me good feedback. I was getting repeat business. So what I had to do was actually separate the facts that all of these things were actually already happening from her, from the fiction of what her brain was telling her. Her brain was lying to her. So she had to separate that story. Now, I'm not saying to you that once you have that realization that your brain is lying to you and that you've created this belief system for yourself, that everything's going to be rainbows and unicorns and you're going to be suddenly worthy. You know, our brain has probably pinpointed a moment in history, something that triggered you, a trauma. That's what it's grabbed onto, and it's where these stories have created and come from. But if all me showing up in a solo episode does is starts you on that journey, then we're going to have a lot of powerful women in the room, aren't we? And I love that for us. So the first thing that we need to actually do is shine a light on the lie. We need to shine a light on the excuse. Shine a light on the reason why you told yourself that you were unworthy, and recognize that worthiness was an ideal that you created. And now we need to recognize that it's a rule we created for ourselves. So right in this moment, I would like you to come up with a new rule, some better rules, like maybe I am worthy of unlimited potential. I make money in my sleep. Money flows to me freely and easily. Steal those if you like. I don't care. Find good rules that you can start to create a new belief system around money. And if you're not ready to give yourself that permission, I'd like to do it for you. You are worthy. This is your permission to let go of the rules and the lies that no longer serve you. This is your permission to share your magic with the people that need it. And let me tell you, they need it. That business you created, that problem you solve, they need it. They need you to let go of your shit. If not for you, for them, to help them change their lives. And you deserve to be financially rewarded for that impact you make. Infinitely.